Hey, B. Good morning. Listen, can we talk about Kelly Rowland real quick? I just want to touch on her real quick. It's been a lot of conversation about Miss Kelly, so I do want to get into a few things. Okay, so first off, it is being reported, or at least it was being reported by the Page Six, that Kelly Rowland actually walked off the set of the Today Show. Okay, and what they're saying is she was supposed to appear on the show. I believe it was last Thursday at like 8 a.m. to talk about her role in, the upcoming film Tyler Perry's Mia Culpa. Shout out to her, first of all, before we go any further. Shout out to Kelly Rowland for being in Mia Culpa. I saw the previews on Netflix and I'm super excited about it. I really want to see it. It is coming up soon, so I cannot wait to see Kelly in this like main character type role. Love her. Love me some Kelly. I'm over here trying to figure out how I can get my body to be more like Kelly's post having my second child. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay. Because it's given that the weight is going to fluctuate, if you hear what I say, girl. But if I need to eat air at night, just say that, because it's heavy on the snacks for me, and I know that's not going to help me at all. But anyway, girl, love me some Kelly. Really excited for this role. And I have to be honest and say that I am excited for Tyler Perry to do more work with Netflix, because he did do a film and I can't even remember the name of that film. He did a film with Netflix last year, I believe it was called. I think it was The Jazzman's Hands or something like that. He did a film with them and it was great. I really enjoyed it. Shortly after that, there was an announcement that Tyler Perry and Netflix entered some type of partnership where Tyler was going to be producing more movies. And I feel like with Tyler Perry's productions, when he's coupled with another major company, and they can put additional money behind it and stuff, those films come out to be so great. I think that they bring his ideas um more to life. Because when you see some of Tyler Perry's stuff shot for BET, although it grasps us at times with the storylines, it definitely still gives a bit of low budget, right? When it comes to some of the actors, some of the way that things are shot and things like that, it does kind of give a little bit of Tubi. And I don't want to discredit those people, because I'm sure those checks are looking very good for them. You know what I'm saying? And some people that probably never were interested in acting are getting the opportunity, or people are getting the opportunity. And for some people that just, aspire to do that, they finally getting the opportunity. So I definitely don't want to SHI on them. I just want to be honest about how I see the shows and stuff. I still watch, okay? Especially all the Queen's Men. Now that's my mother show, period. Okay. But anywho, only thing I don't like about all the Queen's Men, and y'all gonna be surprised, I do not care about them dancing. I do not want to see them doing all this dancing, gyrating. Like, bro, I could care less. I'd be like, fast forward to the drama, honey, because that's what I want to get into, the drama. But anyway, all right. So talking about that show and sisters and how it took us forever to finally see a pregnancy bump on Miss Karen, honey. Production can be a bit fickle over there, okay, at TPS. But when he partners with other, studios, Netflix, Lionsgate, things like that, they really bring his ideas and his stories, in my opinion, to life. So I know that this Mia Culpa film that Miss Kelly Rowland is doing is going to be phenomenal. I could just tell already just from the edits. Now, when we saw that show, it was another movie that had, what was it? Sycamore Lane. I forgot I just remember that street called Sycamore Lane, but I can't think of the name of the movie. But it starred Cicely Tyson, I do believe. She was one of the main characters in that film. Girl, the people drove the hell out of that. Girl, I'll never forget, they was in that restaurant and the old man didn't have nothing in his cup, and he literally was swallowing air. He was pulling the cup up to his mouth, and I don't even think he was drinking for real. He just was putting it up to his mouth, not even showing that he was actually drinking, and it was just like air or whatever, girl. Like, I'll never forget that. Was it 2424 Sycamore Lane? I can't think of what the street was, but anywho, it was the film with Cicely Tyson that he had, that I believe came out on Netflix, and that was not a good one. The wigs were off. The people was calling out all of the discrepancies that they saw throughout that movie, and I was hollering. Okay, now I will say that Netflix didn't have a hand in it. I think they just allowed him to upload his stuff on their site. Hello, but I don't think they contributed to the production, the financial portion of it. But either way, moving right along, because Like I said, this mea culpa looks like it's going to be giving. All right, production looks like it's definitely on point. But getting back to Miss Kelly Rowland and why we're talking about her is the fact that she was supposed to be, hosting the show. She was supposed to be a guest show. I'm sorry, a guest host with Hoda on I believe it was last Thursday or whatnot, because they're saying that Kelly Rowland walked off the set of the Today Show yesterday. She appeared on the show Thursday at 8 a.m. to talk about her role in Tyler Perry's upcoming film. Okay. She was scheduled to fill in as a guest host at 10 a.m. on Today with Hoda and Jenna. But Rowland reportedly wasn't thrilled with the dressing rooms in the old building, which do in fact have a reputation for being tiny. Now, Rowland's team is said to have asked about moving her to a green room upstairs that turned out to be occupied by Jennifer Lopez. Okay. So they're saying that that was occupied by Jennifer Lopez. All right. And they said that Jennifer was there to promote her new album and her film that she got coming up. I'm just telling y'all what the people are saying. They go on to say that sources told Page Six that Rowland abruptly decided to leave and her representatives did not immediately respond to Vulture's request for comment. They said either way, Hoda had to recruit Rita Ora as a last minute replacement. So it looks like Rita Ora was already planning to be there anyway, because she was supposed to be there to discuss The Masked Singer. And after Miss Kelly Rowland decided she was just going to leave the set as a whole, then that's when they asked her, like, hey, we're in a bind. Do you think that you could stay like a little longer with us today? And she was like, girl, yeah. I mean, I ain't got that much time, but yeah, I could stay longer. Let's go ahead. Now, when I hear that, one of my questions is, girl, do they pay y'all to host? I would want to believe so. I would want to believe that they pay y'all to host, but maybe not, because if Kelly Rowland just walked off set the way that she did, I would want to believe that there was no contractual obligation tied to her to where she had to stay on set, versus walk off. Because, her just walking off, that would be a risk in contract or something. You know what I'm saying? Is what I would think, a breach in contract of some sort. So that had, but then you could also have a contract and it not be tied to like any monetary gain of any sort. And she was there to promote, her film. So maybe it was supposed to be an even exchange. We'll let you promote throughout the entire show. All you have to do is just make sure that you guest those with us. I'm not sure, but can I say this? Number one, in my opinion, for Kelly Rowland to walk off of the set, to me, I do not believe it was only about a dressing room. I really feel like it had to be a number of things. And that's just my opinion. And understanding my opinion, it ain't always right. Okay. It's just an opinion. It's not a fact. Okay. My assumption is that it doesn't make sense, okay, for her to just walk off because the rooms are tiny as hell. That doesn't, like, especially if you've been a person that has been to the Today Show on multiple occasions, you already know that the room is tiny, is what I would think. And I believe that she's been there on more than one occasion. All right. For her to know how tiny the shit is. And then, just like this article said, that they have a reputation for having tiny dressing rooms and things. So I just feel like it was a combination of things that maybe Kelly doesn't want to address right now, but it could have been a lot of things. Like maybe y'all didn't do a great job with communicating, and then, something else happened. Maybe y'all didn't have a car at the hotel or something to pick her up. And then you had this right here. I feel like it could have been a few things that added the hell up. And when she got to that tiny ass dressing room, and she probably was like, hey, do y'all have anywhere else I could go? Or where could the rest of my team go? Like, is there a green room you guys got or whatever? Maybe they were rude about how they handled it with her and was like, oh, no, you can't have that one because, Jennifer Lopez up there. So I don't know what you're going to do. Like, you need to figure that out. Maybe they approached her wrong. And after she experienced a list of things with them, she probably was like, bitch, I'm finna go. Like, get y'all stuff. I don't like how they handling this situation, and I damn sure don't like how they handling me. So based on those factors there, okay, we'll go ahead and skip out. And I don't really care what the hell they do. Like, that just, can I say, and I know y'all gonna get me together in the comments anyway, because it's just how y'all is, child. Listen, I have not heard of Kelly Rowland even being difficult to work with, complaining about a lot. I've never heard it before. Doesn't mean it don't exist. I'm just saying I have not heard it. So with that being said, I'm just like, that don't make sense that she would just walk off because of that, because the dressing rooms are small, knowing that she's been there before and likely already knows how small they are. I feel like there could have been a bit of not so good communication behind the scenes and some other things that led to Kelly, to walk the hell out. Like, I'm gonna go. And also, I do feel like somebody from the Today Show rushed to get this information out to Page Six and whoever else they could get it out to go ahead and shape the narrative. And I think that that's messed up. And I also feel like I see what y'all doing here, which is something that Monique complained about. And maybe even people, I can't remember if Taraji mentioned it for herself or not, but I don't want y'all to start this narrative that Kelly Rowland is difficult to work with, because y'all putting out this information letting us know that she complained about a dressing room allegedly. That just makes me feel like y'all trying to go ahead and shape this narrative that she is difficult to work with. The audacity of her to not settle for the dressing room that we gave her, the audacity. So I really feel like the Today Show dropped the ball somewhere in there, and that Kelly just couldn't take it no more, and she was just like, this is so unprofessional. Like, I am good. And I guarantee you that lady probably called Tyler and complained or something like that. Like, I know you want me to be here to do this promotions and stuff like that, and y'all paid me to promote this film and all of that. But listen, what they not finna do is continue to mistreat me and my motherfucking team, because it's not finna happen like that. Because I'll walk out this bitch before I do anything else. I really feel like that's what happened. And I could be wrong, but when you don't have all of the details, you try to piece it together for yourself on what you think makes the most sense. And that's just where I'm at this time. Okay. But Bethany Frankel, who's known to be a very vocal woman, I believe she formerly was a housewife, may still be a housewife, but she has her own podcast. She's a very vocal woman, outspoken, always got something to say, and she definitely used this opportunity for her to have something to say. And matter of fact, I want to get into what Bethany had to say, because it seems like, in her opinion, and how I digested a piece of what she said, and I'm going to listen to the full thing with you guys. But what I kind of took from a little bit was the fact that she was saying, hey, sit down and shut up and appreciate what it is they're giving you. And sometimes, I understand when people say that, but at the same time, it's like, just because you accept something doesn't mean the other person has to accept that. Things are different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And what you put up with, some other folks probably not going to put up with. Period. Okay, well, let's go ahead and check out what Miss Bethany had to say, honey.
So Kelly Rowland walked off the set of the Today Show because the dressing room wasn't up to par. She was co-hosting with Hoda, and it wasn't it. I've co-hosted with Hoda, and I've arrived there, and the makeup area that you touch up in is often a drop cloth, like a black drop cloth. And then your dressing room is the size of a closet, and you're trying to fit all your people in the clown car. And you know what? You're so excited. You're so gracious. You're co-hosting on the Today Show, an institution in entertainment, a news organization that is not about fancy dressing rooms. The makeup area is completely communal. The food is like, grab a croissant and some plastic and pray for the best. And it's just not what that's about. And it's an honor to be there and to sit down with Hoda. And that was not the moment for diva expectations.
So I understand what Bethany is trying to say. It's supposed to be this phenomenal moment. First of all, when I think, honestly, a lot of these news studios, I do believe, are exactly as she kind of described it and other people describe it. The set is more glamorous, because they need to make it appealing for us. It's all about presentation to us, but behind the scenes, it's giving heavy on the trash. You know what I'm saying? Is what I truly, truly believe, especially when you think about news anchors. Excuse me. And I know that the studio setup is different, but when you go to your local news station, they have this glamorized set, but behind the scenes, you have the on-air anchors getting ready at their cubicle ass desk. Okay, having vanity sets or whatever, pop-up vanity sets, traveling vanity sets or whatever, just so they can put their makeup on properly before they walk out. And I think that they should do a better job with that behind the scenes. I understand what Bethany is saying, a little bit, not really, because she goes on to talk about how it's an honor to be there with Hoda. Ma'am, I hear what you're saying, but we talking about Kelly Rowland, who can go and sit down with anybody just as much as it's an honor to sit down with Hoda. It's an honor to be sitting with the Kelly Rowland. Are you crazy? So I see where you was trying to go with it, but at the same time, let's not act like Kelly is not as important. Right? It's the honor, meaning, eat your food, sit down, shut up, come in here and do your thing, you know? So that's why, I mean, like, granted, what I took from what Bethany was saying was we all understand, and from the article, this place has a reputation. We all understand and know that behind the scenes, it's not as glamorous as it is on the front end of what the viewers see. So it's like you kind of already know what you're getting into and what you're walking into once you accepted the opportunity. Completely understand that. But again, what you tolerate may not be what somebody else tolerates. And what I truly believe is that it's more to the story than what is being put out there. And I feel like in my personal, as I stated earlier, the Today Show hurried up and put a narrative out before Kelly could put her own narrative out. And y'all know Kelly probably wasn't even going to speak on it, address it. She just won't move on about her business, right? It's at least that's what I do, because she don't really be in a lot of mess, or any that I can recall. So, that's just what I think about that. I don't think that she would have spoke on it or anything, but they needed to get whatever narrative out just in case she did, and to also deem that lady as hard to work with. At least that's what I took from it, but you guys let me know. Now, there have not been many celebrities, in my opinion, that have come to the front to support Miss Kelly Rowland. But what I will say is that Marlon Wayans did speak up on behalf of Kelly. But what I felt the way about was the fact that the photo he posted was a very blurry image of her. And I'm just over here like, what the hell do you think that you're doing? What do you think that you're doing, sir? Why is this photo of her so damn blurry over here on your Instagram page? Well, let's just go ahead and get into what he said about the Kelly Rowland situation. He says, y'all stop with these false narratives. I've worked with Kelly Rowland as a star/producer. I will honestly say she was nothing short of amazing. Sweet, kind, professional. On time, great energy, impeccable manners, and professionalism. She was nice to everyone on set. Not one diva moment. SHI happens in Hollywood. Get both sides before you castrate any more legends. Love this woman. Y'all stop this BS. This woman was nothing short of a humble, loving queen, period. And you had people in the comments that definitely co-signed, like Tyrese. Tyrese said, I agree. Kelly is a complete and a consistent gem of women, always humble and sweet. Okay. He says she oozes good vibes, humility, and good energy whenever I've been around her. And I can only speak for myself. So this is what Tyrese is saying. And Tank also got down in the comments to pretty much co-sign as well, saying facts. All right. So there were a few men that kind of came to the defense of Kelly. The only problem I had with Marlon Wayans was the fact that he put this unrecognizable kind of blurred photo of Kelly up out of all of the pictures that she has taken. He puts this mess up on his page, but then tries to defend her. But let me not, discredit him, because he definitely spoke out loud in support of her more than what a lot of these men have done. Okay. So, shout out to him for doing that, on behalf of Miss Kelly Rowland. All right. But I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. As I stated, I think this is definitely a fault of the Today Show. And I don't really like how they're trying to make Miss Kelly Rowland look out here in these streets. Okay. But that's all that I got at this particular time. All right. I'm going to leave you guys to it. I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments about the situation down below. Okay. That's all that I have. I am JamiThatsMe. Feel free to follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, honey. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soldier Ray. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad one.